Hey, it's Dr. David Phelps from the Freedom Founders Mastermind community. The webinar we did last week on tax strategies and legacy planning was a killer from the standpoint of we got so much great feedback and really very, very good questions. I've got a whole stack of questions that have been submitted and that we're going to answer live this Thursday, February 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's this Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll have John Groom, CPA, and Jeff Watson, attorney, back on the phone with me, and we've got a load of your questions that you've submitted that we're going to go over and answer. And if you've got additional questions you'd like to have answered between now and then, email me, david@dentistfreedom.com. That's david@dentistfreedom.com. We'll answer those questions that are submitted in advance, and if you get on the call live, go online and we'll take as many questions as we can during that time as well, time permitting, of course. But some of the questions involve everything from how do I get my self-directed IRA accounts working? How do I do that in real estate? How do I do that without being involved in having to watch everything? Who are these joint venture partners you talk about, David? Where does that connection come from? How do I get involved in investing in discounted notes and mortgages in real estate? Great question. Taxes are eating me up. Just when I feel like I've had a good month or a good quarter with some money in the bank, then the IRS comes along and I've got to write that big check again and I'm back to square one. I never feel like I'm getting ahead. Does that sound like you? Tax strategies in your practice, in your entity structure, are critical right now. And if you don't start making moves in that direction, you're going to have a long road to hoe. Don't be stuck there. David, if I don't change something, I'll be forced to continue to work in my 70s. I don't know what to do, but I've been burned before with bad advice or bad investment scams. You know, it's that fear factor. So many have that. I've been burned there too. You've got to find the right people. And the Freedom Founders Mastermind group is where we come together. We have the right people there. You can come if you apply and see if it's right for you. IRS and tax challenges, many stories here, many not good. Fear of being a target. How do you protect yourself? Not only is it asset accumulation today, but it's asset protection. And the IRS, unfortunately, is out there to get as much of what you've built up as they can. You don't want to be a target. Don't bury your head in the sand on this one. This is critical. Divorce has set me back, and I need a plan to recoup and get back on track. Many of us have been through divorce, and you do need a plan to get back on track. I need a plan B for my practice with all the concerns of government intrusion, corporate dentistry, lower reimbursements, higher overhead, smaller net. That's key. You can't keep doing what you've been doing. It's not going to work. You've got to have a new plan. Real estate is an inefficient market, which is what makes it such an opportunity, but because it's inefficient, you can't just go online and click a mouse and make good deals. You can't go online and click a mouse and get good deals and transaction investments in your self-directed accounts, which is where a lot of the tax savings comes from. You've got to be part of a community, a group where deals are going on, where you can participate your funds in those groups back and forth and make those things happen. That's the key. You've got to become a little bit active in what you do with your money management in your future. It's not all about the clinical treatment that you do. It's not all about your high technology. Those are important. Folks, join me on this call with Jeff and John. We're going to answer your questions for you. Submit to me, david@dentistfreedom.com. Be on the call. Mark your calendar, Thursday, February 20th, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see you then. Thanks.